Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be doing a tier list ranking the best cards in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. Here on this tier list, before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 45,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. We got like 70 something of the best cards in the game on this list. This is going to be a long tier list, but I wanted to include a lot of cards, so we're going to do the best we can here to make this relatively quick, and we'll start with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. At this point, remember, this is the best cards in the game. These cards are going to be ranked pretty strictly, and I'm also going to go pretty quick because of how many cards are on the list. But Shai, I think, is A tier. I think he's the best auctionable dark matter, or best auctionable point guard besides the 100 overalls. He's an awesome card. Jump shot's still great. I like him a lot still. I think he's definitely A tier. Wilt's gonna go D tier to me. I don't think at this point he's that great, in all honesty. He's not quite F tier because he is big, fast, and gets good animations, but he's not an elite level shooter. And I think the lack of floor spacing hurts him when it comes to the top tier cards. Dr. J is also, in my opinion, A tier, not quite S anymore. The S tier is probably mostly gonna be made up of 100 overalls and like the very best dark matters in the game. Dr. J, as great as he is, in my opinion, is an A tier card at this point, among the best of the best. Austin Reeves, I think shot creation wise, he's good. I think he's got good sigs, great jump shot, all that type of stuff. Defensively, though, he's not insane, and I don't know. I think he could be better. I think he's still good, but I definitely think he could be better as a whole at this point on the defensive end and as a slasher and stuff. Scottie Pippen, 3&D is great. Don't think he quite gives you enough offensively to be like an insane card. I don't know. I think he's very solid still as a 3&D. He's got a good fade, but he's not insane in my personal opinion. D-Book is, I think he's the third best point guard in the game. Depends how many cards I want to put in S tier. I got 6 tiers. Honestly, I think I'm only putting 10. I think I'm putting D-Book top A. As crazy as that might say, as that might seem, if I'm only putting about 10 to 12 guys in the S tier, I'm not certain that I think Devin Booker is one of those guys. As great as he is, he's not, I mean, he's not an incredible movement wise besides good dribble style, great fade. Jumper's awesome. Defensively, he's a stud. He's a very good slash. He's 100 overall. He's great. There's a lot of really great cards at the top of the gate list, though. And I think, like, for example, I would rather have Wemby in S2 than Booker. I think Wemby is more of a game-changing card than Booker is in terms of the uncontestability of his jumper, how glitchy he is size-wise. I think he's our first S-tier card and an absolutely dominant force. Luka, same story as Booker. Awesome card, not an S-tier guy at this point. I think he's honestly a little bit worse than Booker. I think he's probably the 4th best point guard. Still great, still A-tier, but not S in my opinion. Jason Richardson gives you shot creation and offense, but as a defensive card, I don't love him. I think realistically, honestly, he's actually D tier at this point because I don't love the defense. I'd rather run Pippen. In my opinion, J Rich and D tier is fair. Moses Malone, is he our first B tier? Honestly, I think he is. I like Moses. I think his jumper's nice. I think defensively he's good. I think he's got great speed, great finisher. I think he's really solid at the power forward position. I think he's B tier. Definitely a fan of him. Joel Embiid, one of the better dark matter bigs, not the best, so I think he's the worst of the elite dark matter bigs, but still a very good card. Being a B tier card on this list is still a great card. I think Embiid is a great card, and I think B tier is the right spot for him. I don't like Shawn Kemp very much. Jump shot's pretty limiting. He's 6'10", yes, but I don't think he's a dominant option. And I mean, looking at this list, there are certainly some guys worse than Kemp, but at the small forward position, there aren't many. I think he's D tier, and I think he's low D, in all honesty, on this list. Danny Granger, I'm going to go low B, I think. I love the release. I love the defense. I think overall, really, really good card, 6'9". I think he does a lot of things well. His movement could be a little better, but I don't have a problem with him in B tier. Rudy Gay, I'm going to go C tier. Really nice offensive card, great jump shot, great fade, really nice movement as well. He's a little bit undersized, not elite defensively, but very good card. Kawhi is going to be our second S tier card. I truly believe he is the second best shooting guard in my team. His defense is incredible. His shot creation really isn't that bad. He's got a nice fade. His jumper's good. I think he's one of the best shooting guards in my team, and I think he's S tier. Grant Hill, I don't like him. Y'all are not going to like this place, but I get it. I'm going to probably catch some flack for this. I don't care. I don't care. I'm putting him F tier. I think his jumper's trash. I think it's very tough to green, and I think it's kind of baited. I just don't like the card. I know the stats and badges are not awesome. I know he's a 6'8" shooting guard. I do not like the card. I am putting him D tier. It's my opinion. LaMelo Ball, similarly to Grant Hill, kind of a weird jumper. Not nearly as bad. He is 6'7" at point guard, which provides some sort of value. But the honest truth is, I don't love this card either. I'm going to go low C, actually, because his size at point guard and his defense is good. And the jumper's decently fast. It's just weird. But I think C tier, honestly, is the right spot for him. Yao Ming, Putting Yao in D tier. I just think Yao is limited speed wise. Honestly, the lower 3-ball hurts him as well. His jumper gets a lot of load ups. It's a decently smooth jumper, and I'm sure his next card will be awesome. But in my opinion, I mean, Yao could maybe be C tier, but I certainly wouldn't put him higher than that. I just don't love the card. The size is great, but size by itself does not make him an awesome card. Patrick Ewing. Speaking of, I mean, stats and bad is not making you an awesome card. I'll put Ewing C tier because he is 100 overall. And I mean, on very quick, his jumper's not completely and utterly awful, but it's not good. And the jumper holds back a card that otherwise should be great. He should at least be A tier in all honesty. If he had to change jump shot, he'd be at least A and arguably maybe even S, but with a bad jump shot, I can't put him higher than C tier. Anton Jameson, really like this card. I'm going to put him low B. It's a little bit of a high ranking for him, but he's actually pretty good defensively. He's 6'9". He's got good SIGs, a great jump shot. He is legitimately a very, very good card. And in my opinion, I think he does deserve to be, I don't know. I think he does deserve to be pretty high up on this list. Big fan of Anton Jameson on this list. Next up after Anton is Lamar Odom, and I do not like this card at all. I think his jumper is hideous, and I don't think he's got much in terms of shot creation. I understand he's 6'10" at the small forward. That should provide value to him. I just don't like the card at all. It's not a card I would ever want to run. I feel like he's almost a liability. I think F tier for him. Honestly, Brandon Ingram was a card I was wrong about, and I admitted that in my shooting guard list. This card, his jumper is actually pretty good. He's 6'10" at shooting guard. His movement isn't insane, but it's not bad. He's actually a pretty solid card, and I think B tier is actually pretty fair for Brandon Ingram. He's legitimately good, and I was wrong about him. So I will say that. My bad. Jeremy Lin. He's 6'3", but he's like the best. I think he's better than Reeves. I'm moving Reeves to D tier. On a list this strong, I think I got to be pretty strict. I think Jeremy Lin's C tier, and I'm not trolling. I know he's only 6'3". I really like this card. I think his jumper's awesome. I think his movement is great. I think he's legitimately good slasher. Like, he's a really good card. I think he's C tier. Gary Payton. B tier, not quite SGA level, but also not bad. Great jump shot, great defense, just a little bit undersized. That's his biggest flaw. He's B tier. MJ is S tier, of course. MJ is the best point guard in the game, in my opinion. He's absolutely awesome, and that one's a no-brainer to me. Ron Artest, B tier, definitely good. Not quite Dr. J level, in my opinion. Not a bad shooting guard at all, though. I think mid B is probably the right spot for him. Great defensively, decent jump shot, although I wish they hadn't changed it. Good fade, got a little bit of movement. He's not bad at all. Carmelo. Top 2 shooting guard in the okay, Kawhi and Carmelo. I think both have to go S. I'm gonna have 3 shooting guards in the S tier if I do this, because I do think Carmelo's probably better than Kawhi. I kind of forgot about him when I said Kawhi was the second best shooting guard in the game. Kawhi's probably the 3rd best. I think Carmelo's probably a little better, but not by a huge amount. Carmelo's great. He's definitely S, but he is not the best shooting guard in the game. That I can tell you all with confidence. Dino Raja, really, really good for an opal. To the point where I'm putting him at B tier. I think he's better than Jameson, low-key. Well, him and Jameson are 2 of the best opals in the game. This Dino card is great. I think he's B tier. I think that one I can't change. Anton might get moved down. We'll see. Chris Webber's S tier. I think he's the best small forward in the game. Jumper can be a little bit inconsistent because of how fast it is and because the upper is a little challenging. But overall, he's a great card, and that one's not a hard placement for me at all. That's an easy S tier card on this list. Ricky Davis. Think has to go C tier. I like the card. I don't like love the card. I think movement is good, but not insane. Slashing is very good. Shooting is very good as well, but the defense could be a little better. I think C tier is where I'd prefer to put Ricky Davis. Zach Edey, S tier, 7'5", great jump shot, extremely glitchy dominant card. One of the better cards in my team, maybe the best center in the game, very arguably at least. He's S tier. Akeem Olajuwon. High B. I have a B and B. I think Hakeem is very high B, but I also don't think I can go higher than B right now, to be totally honest with him. As great as he is, I think at this point he's probably only B tier. Ray Allen is going to be our 3rd S tier guy on this list. Or F tier, I should say. I'm sorry. He doesn't have any shot creation. He's only 6'5". I don't think stats and badges make up for it, in all honesty, and the jumper isn't that great. I think he's F tier. Jonathan Bender, elite level shooter, but not a ton else at the small forward position. Being 7 foot is nice and makes him decently switchable. Usable, but not great. I think D tier is probably the right spot for him. That's what I would call the D tier guys. Usable, but not great, honestly. Lonzo, I am going to put low A, very low A. I really like Lonzo. I think he is very good defensively. I think his jumper is extremely good and extremely consistent. He's an elite level slasher. He does not have a ton by way of movement, and I understand that. I still think he's probably A tier at this point, though. I really like Lonzo. I think I'm higher on him than the average person. Tim Thomas is S tier. One of the best small forwards in the game for sure. He is one of those 12 guys, in my opinion, for sure. However many we're gonna have, 12, 13, whatever. Tim Thomas is one of that top tier group. Awesome card. Definitely worth putting on the list in the S tier. T-Mac is the best shooting guard in the game. As good as Carmelo and Kawhi are, they are not T-Mac level. He is the best shooting guard in the game, and he is the S tier shooting guard without a shadow of a doubt. Incredible card. Carlos Boozer. I'll go low C. I think C is good. He's got a nice jump shot. He doesn't have much by way of movement, but he's big. He's got it's a great shot. He's really solid. I think C tier. Tyrese Halliburton, F tier. Jumper's hideous. Not a fan. Would not recommend running him at all. Brandon Roy, low A. Amazing jump shot. Really good defender. Really good slasher. He moves way better than his SIG say he should. He is legitimately tough to stop offensively at times. I think he's A tier still. I really like B-Roy. Magic Johnson, also going to go high A. Really good card. Not quite as good as the 100 overalls, in my opinion, but not far off. I think he's the best under 100 overall point guard in my team. I'm glad I got him from the All-Star Festival, and I think he's a dominant card. So A tier, in my opinion, for Magic. His size is so valuable. Josh Smith, another amazing Dark Matter card. Don't think he's quite S tier. I think he's probably the 4th or 5th best small forward in the game, including all the cards, but he's a great card. He's definitely A tier. Shaq is S tier for sure. That one I don't have to think about. He's an awesome card. Super duper glitchy. Gets amazing animations. That one's easy. Paul George. Same tier as Kawhi, as Scottie Pippen, a little bit lower in the tier, but I think C tier. The defense is great. The offense is good, not great. His escape's nice. His jumper's good, even on normal, but doesn't have much of a fade and doesn't have really much SIGs besides the escape. Jonathan Isaac gives you a ton of defense, but not a ton of offense. His jumper's pretty baited. I'm going to go high D, and honestly, the baited jumper holds the card back. Otherwise, he'd be really, really good. I think Michael Porter Jr. is also high D. Great cone offensively with a good jump shot, but he doesn't have a lot of shot creation at all. Defensively, he's not elite. I think he's D tier. Tim Duncan is S tier, of course, best power forward card in the game, arguably the best card in the game, period. Tim Duncan is absolutely incredible. One of the best low 40 cards I think we've ever gotten in my team. Eddie Curry, great budget center. His jumper is super fast. He's got a very big player build. I would rather have him than Wilt and Yao, and honestly, I think him and Ewing would be a debate. I think he's C tier. I know he's only a pink diamond. I don't care. David Robinson's also going to go B tier for me. As much as I like D-Rob, the jumper, I think y'all were right about it. For those of y'all who talk down on D-Rob for his jump shot, I'm starting to kind of agree with what y'all are saying, to be totally honest. As good as D-Rob is, the jumper can be a bit annoying at times. When he gets tired, it slows down so much. I think B tier. Jaren is great defensively. I feel like low C. He's great defensively. His jumper's nice. He's not insanely athletic, only 85 standing and driving, but very solid still. He's still a really good card. Vince Carter. I like Kawhi more than Vince, and Kawhi I'm considering putting in the A tier. Vince is definitely in the A tier for me. Maybe that's crazy. I think Vince is in the A tier. I like the card. I don't absolutely adore the card, to be totally honest with y'all. His movement really isn't that great. His jumper is very good and very fast, but overall he is, I think, A tier. I think that's probably right. Paulo Banchero. Jumper's on normal. I think he's D tier. He doesn't have much movement, and the jumper's on normal. I don't mind the card, but he's a little flawed at this point. D tier's probably right. Blake Griffin is going to be our 11th S tier card. He's an absolute dog. I feel like he has to be S tier. I don't know how he wouldn't be, honestly. I think he's probably a little bit better than Tim Thomas, honestly. I think he's S tier, in my opinion. Manute, he's on the same level as Yao. He's slower than Yao, but he's a little bit better shooter than Yao. Although his jumper's not as good, but he's also a little bit bigger, at least player build wise. I still can't put him higher than D tier, though. There's just no way. Michael Beasley, despite being a pink diamond, is B tier and honestly might even be arguably A tier. If he is badged, I think he's A tier. He is that good of a shot creator. In fact, I'm putting him A tier because I don't care, and it's my list. I don't care that he's a pink diamond. He's that good of a shot creator. His jumper is that good. And if you get a badged Beasley especially, I mean, he is an absolute dog. So I'm putting him A tier. It's my list. LeBron, also going to go A tier. A little bit low A tier, just like Beasley, but still very, very good. Great jump shot, great fade, great defense, great slashing. Not great shot creation. Everything else, though, is awesome about LeBron. Jalen Williams, not a fan. Jumper's pretty, low C. Low C. The jumper's good. He's got Darius Garland dribble stop, but he's only 6'5". He has no SIGs. His stats and badges are awesome, but I still think he's C tier. Can't go higher than that in all honesty. KP is going to be our 12th S tier card. He is 7'2" with 99 speed. He just can't not be S tier, to be totally honest. I don't know how he wouldn't be. That might be, I think we're going to have 13 S tier guys in this list, to be totally honest, because I think we have one more guy on this list that has to be S tier. Jerry Stackhouse is going to go B tier. He's really good at shooting guard. I overlook him at times because he was part of that Bracket Busters festival, but he's a great card. If you got him, he is very, very good at shooting guard position. I'm going to put Tyler Hansbrough same tier as Carlos Boozer. Doesn't quite have the shot creation, but the stats and badges are very nice, very well complete. He is a very, very good card, and I have no issues whatsoever with him being here on this list. Next up, Giannis. One of the most controversial placements on this list, probably. High A tier. Great card. I think he's A tier, to be totally honest. We have a lot of good S tier guys. His size and switchability is awesome, but I'd rather have Weber, Griffin, and Tim at the small forward position. I'd rather have Tim, Shaq, and KP at power forward. I think you have to go A tier for Giannis at this point, as great as he is. Juan Dixon, despite how fun he is to use, is going to go D tier here. Just not enough shot creation, not enough size, honestly. The shot creation's off the charts. The jumper's awesome. Unfortunately, those two things are not quite enough. When doesn't have behind the back for one. He's 6'3". His player build is tiny. He looks like Tony Parker out there. He is very, very small. Khalil Ware. I had Eddie Curry in C. I think Khalil's a tier down from that. As good as he is as a budget big, I think he's D tier at this point. Well, he's not that far off of guys like Hakeem and Embiid. I'm gonna put him C. I like Khalil Ware. I might honestly rather have him than Jaren, maybe. He's really good. I have no problems with him in C tier, honestly. Joakim Noah, same tier as Dino. Low B tier, still very good. Jumper's nice. Defensively, he's very good. And when I say jumper's nice, jumper's really nice. Like, he is a very, very good card. And I think he's B tier, honestly. Kareem. Just like Giannis, I really want to put him S tier, but I don't feel like I can. High A. Love Kareem. Awesome card. I don't think he fits in S tier at this point, though. I mean, I say that Kawhi's in S tier. It's my list. Kareem's going in S tier. He deserves it. He's that good. I think he is awesome at power forward and center. He's just a great card. Bol. Low A, mid A, A. I don't know exactly where he falls today, but he's A tier. I think that's right. Adam Morrison is a better Rudy Gay. I'm gonna go B for Adam Morrison. I don't think he's any higher than that. He's not insane as a shot creator, and his size is a little bit of a limiter, but he's a good card. I think B tier. Terry Dishinger is also a very good card. He's got a very, very good set of SIGs. He's got a great jump shot. He's an awesome card, except for the fact that he is small forward eligible at 6'7". If he was taller or could play shooting guard, he'd be an A tier guy. But as is, I think he's B. Chet Holmgren, another A tier. I think he's a little better than Bol. I really like the card. I think his player build's massive. I think defensively he's a stud. I think his jumper's easy to green. I think he's really good. I think he's A tier for sure. John Wall, worse than Jeremy Lin, but better than LaMelo Ball. I think C tier, in my opinion. I don't have a problem with that. I think he's very, very good for a small point guard, especially just like Jalen. C tier. KD, low B. I don't love KD cards this year in my team. His jumper is good, not insane. SIGs are overrated in my opinion, but he's still a very good card. He's still 6'10" small forward, still has value. Penny Hardaway, S tier. Our second S tier point guard, has to be S tier. He's an awesome card. He's the only point guard that's really that close to Jordan in my opinion, and I think he's definitely S tier, no doubt about it. And then Chris Paul, 6-foot point guard. He's got a 75 driving dunk. That is an F tier card. Steph Curry, on the other hand, is not an F tier card, but he is not higher than a C tier card. He does have way better stats and battles all the way around. The CP, a much better jumper as well. I think Steph is C tier, and I think that finishes off this list really, really well. So with that being said, that is going to do it for this tier list. I know it was a long video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.